The Forgotten Daughter. Layla was a little girl when she got lost from her parents in one of the streets of the big city. She was holding her mother's hand, while her father was carrying her baby brother, when a loud noise startled them. It was a car accident, involving a speeding truck and a bus full of passengers. The impact caused a huge explosion, sending debris and flames everywhere. Layla's mother let go of her hand, as she tried to shield her from the blast. Layla was pushed away by the force and fell to the ground. She saw her parents and brother disappear in the smoke and fire. She screamed their names, but no one answered. Layla was alone in the chaos, surrounded by injured and dead people. She tried to find her family, but she could not see anything clearly. She felt someone grab her arm and pull her away from the scene. It was a man, who looked dirty and scary. He said he was going to help her, but he lied. He took her to a dark alley, where he locked her in a small room with other children. He said they were his property, and he would sell them or use them as he pleased. Layla lived in this hell for years, suffering from abuse and neglect. She never gave up hope of finding her family, but she also learned how to survive and escape. She made friends with some of the other children, who helped each other cope with their situation. She also learned how to read and write from some old books and newspapers that the man sometimes brought to them. She wrote her name and her parents' names on a piece of paper and kept it in her pocket, as a reminder of who she was. One day, Layla saw an opportunity to run away from the man. He had left the door unlocked, while he went to get some food. Layla grabbed her paper and ran out of the room. She ran as fast as she could, until she reached a busy street. She looked around, trying to find a safe place to go. She saw a woman standing at a crosswalk, waiting for the light to change. The woman looked familiar to Layla. She had long black hair, brown eyes, and a kind smile. Layla felt a surge of emotion in her chest. She ran towards the woman, hoping that she was right. "Mommy," Layla shouted, as she hugged the woman. The woman was startled by the sudden embrace. She looked down at the girl who clung to her. She saw a dirty and skinny girl, wearing torn clothes and bruises on her face. She felt sorry for the girl, but she did not know who she was. "Who are you?" the woman asked gently. Layla looked up at the woman's face, hoping to see recognition in her eyes. But she saw only confusion and pity. "It's me, Mommy." "It's Layla," Layla said, showing her the paper with their names. The woman took the paper and read it with difficulty. She had trouble remembering things, ever since the accident that killed her husband and son and left her with brain damage. She had been living in an institution for years, until she recovered enough to live on her own. But she still had gaps in her memory, especially about her past. "Layla?" the woman repeated, trying to recall the name. "Yes, Mommy?" "I'm your daughter," Layla said eagerly. The woman looked at Layla again, trying to see any resemblance between them. But she could not find any. "I'm sorry, honey," the woman said sadly. "But I don't have a daughter." Layla felt a pang of pain in her heart. She realized that her mother did not remember her at all. "But Mommy," Layla said softly. The light changed, and the car started moving again. "Come on," the woman said kindly. "Let me take you somewhere safe." She took Layla's hand and led her across the street. Layla followed her mother silently, hoping that one day she would remember who she was.